What's up guys, as you can see this app is making 9K per month, and today I'm going to show you how to recreate it in just a couple minutes using AI, and you do not need to know how to code for this. It's going to be a very easy video to follow, so let's get started. Alright, so this is the app that we're going to copy. It is called BirdScope Bird Identifier, and as you can see it's making 9K a month, which is really good. And if we scroll down, we basically upload photos of birds, and through a ChatGPT call, it will tell us which bird it is and all about it and all that stuff. So we're basically gonna make this version of our app in just a couple minutes using AI. Alright, so first we will need xcode, which is official from Apple, and this is literally the IDE that we use to code everything and publish it into the App Store later on. And then for the AI that will write the code for us, we will use Cursor, and they do have a free trial to get started, so that's the best way to get started with. Alright, so right here I just created a brand new xcode iOS project on the left, and as you can see I have the code and the preview, so I could go right over here and start to type, and you'll see that the preview instantly updates. And that's the advantage of SwiftUI, which is the programming language made by Apple to make apps. It is super quick. And then on the right over here I have Cursor with the actual chat that we use to prompt our app and actually create it. So as you might know, the more in-depth and detailed that the prompt is, the better result and output that we will get. So that's why it's very important to spend some time creating the prompt. But you see, we can literally just use this little hack, which is to literally go into the BirdScope App Store and just go to the description and literally just copy and paste the actual description of the app, because it will include everything that we will need, the features and mechanics and everything. So literally we can go and copy from here onto right over here, copy, and then simply open up xcode and Cursor, go into the chat over here, paste it in, and there we go, we have our in-depth prompt. That was quick, right? Obviously if you're making your own app which includes a bit more of unique features, you would also add them in, but as a base this prompt is really good. But you see, in order to make use of Cursor, we can add a very important thing to make sure that our app will be developed in the best possible way, and this is to add documentation. So what we can do is add official Apple's documentation into our prompt so that Cursor knows all about the Apple design tips and also the SwiftUI, which is Apple's programming language. So in order to do this, we can go into this icon over here which says add context, and then we can go into docs, and then we can scroll down and create a new doc. And now we just need to paste in the link of our documentations. And to make your lives easier, what I've done is created a post on my free school community, which you can join for free with the first link in the description with all of the links that you need. So let's get started with Apple Swift. So just go ahead and copy this link, then go into Cursor, paste it in, press enter, and now as you can see it will create the documentation. So just click on confirm and we will have it. So you need to do the exact same thing with also SwiftUI and Apple Design Tips. You just go into this add context, docs, Apple SwiftUI, Apple Design Tips, and then also Apple Swift. So now yes, once we have the whole prompt completed with the documentation added, we can just press enter and Cursor AI will literally start to make our app. Now we basically just need to wait a couple of minutes until we see that it actually finished executing the tasks. Alright, so as you can see, Cursor AI actually finished executing everything because we have the message of features implemented, pre-structured, and so it basically finished, right? But we still don't see anything on our preview, and also if we go to this little icon over here, we can see that we have a warning. So basically, you know, it didn't really finish making its job. So first of all, let's go into this warning over here and take a screenshot and just drag it into the Cursor prompt text over here and say we have this warning on the xcode. And then on top of that, I can't see the app in the content view. So basically this pre-default kind of like screen is called the content view. So if you don't see the app right away, that means that it's not implemented in the content view. So with that, now Cursor should actually fix the warning, and then also on top of that, display properly the app on this initial screen, which is the one that pops up when you open the app for the first time. So now, again, we just have to wait. And this is completely normal when vibe coding. You might not get the result in the first try. All right, and now, yes, as you can see, Cursor actually fixed the app. So now we can see the preview, and on top of that, we don't have any more warnings over here. So this means that the app is pretty much ready. So we have bird photo identification, so we can take a photo or choose from a library. So if we click over here, we open up our gallery and we can basically upload a picture and then identify the bird. Now obviously, first of all, we don't have any bird on the actual picture that I uploaded. And second of all, it's just basically making things up because we still haven't hooked up the ChatGPT API call to actually identify the bird that we're seeing on the screen. So right now this app is actually fake because we're not calling an AI to actually scan what we see on the image, right? That's why we have straight up American robbing on a waterfall. But yeah, on top of that we will fix in a second. We also have the sounds that we can record, encyclopedia, guides, and more stuff, which is quite insane. But yeah, this app is pretty cool. So let's go ahead and hook up a ChatGPT API call into our app. Alright, so basically go into platform.openai.com and right over here, create a new secret key, okay? And then let's name this something as Bird AI Video. Go into the project and select default, permissions all, and create the new secret key. And now we can just copy this, go back into Cursor, and basically say, this is the ChatGPT API key. Add it into the app. And then we can just paste in the actual key, press enter, and now Cursor, we actually go ahead and add the API key into our app so that when we identify a bird, it actually shows up and all that good stuff, okay? Now, make sure to never share your key with anyone, okay? The reason why I showed it is because I'm literally gonna delete it right after uploading the video, but it always has to be secure. Alright, so now Cursor added the API key into the app, so now we can actually upload from our library, select an image, and identify the bird. But as you can see, to actually test if the AI is working, I'm gonna upload a waterfall, and as you can see, we have an error, and that's because there's literally no bird on the screen. So how do we actually can, upload like a bird image to test this? Well, we can go up here into the simulator. So in this icon over here, just make sure that you have iPhone 16 Pro or any latest iPhone, and then you can click this play button to actually execute the simulator. And the simulator is basically just like a mini iPhone on your Mac, okay? So we have like a lot of stuff. So the app opens up and we can upload a picture, but obviously we want to download an image of a bird from the actual internet. So let's go into the home and go into Safari and then simply go ahead and search for just bird. Honestly, I have no idea. Click on images and then we can just maybe like select this one, right? It looks pretty cool. So now let's save it. Let's just do a little screenshot over here, drag it up, perfect. And now we can select this and just crop it so that it's only the bird itself. Perfect. And now we can save it. Alright, nice. And now we can just go and open again the app, choose from a library, and we can upload our new bird picture, identify, and now ChatGPT is actually thinking and identifying the bird, and in a couple of seconds we should have the actual answer. And there we go, painted bunting. I believe that this is the one that it is. So yeah, as you can see, it's working. We can click on view details and we have everything about it: the region, the size, the colors, the description, the habitat. how cool is this, guys? Come on, this is so cool. We literally made this in just a couple minutes without writing any line of code, and we have a whole app that we can now go ahead and publish into the App Store. Now obviously, if you wanted more stuff, you could go and actually add the features through prompting in Cursor, like change this and change this, add this and everything, but you get what I mean. Now it's just playing around with Cursor AI. That's it, guys. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like and subscribe and join my free school community, which is the best place to learn how to build AI apps. And now, yes, with all said, bye.